Okay, so I'm going to give you a little orientation of how to use Dental AI or AIPRO.gold. Those are two different platforms. One specifically is for dentistry. That's Dental AI. That's YourDental.ai. And many of you have DDS Dashboard, and it's part of DDS Dashboard. Some of you are not in dentistry, and that would be AIPRO.gold. And it's basically the same platform, except one is tailor-made towards dentistry and one is tailor-made towards general business. So what we're going to talk about is how to use the library and upload content, whether that's a Word document, a PDF, a video, an audio recording, get that processed, and then use the exports. Okay, the exports or the outputs are things such as I want the transcription from the recording I just uploaded, or I would like a summary of the recording I just uploaded, or I would like a checklist of the recording I just uploaded, or I would like a drill of the recording I just uploaded, or I would like a company policy of the recording I just uploaded. And it could even be I want a quiz or questionnaire to consult my team. So they're going to watch the video, they're going to read the policy, they're going to read the checklist, and then they're going to do a quiz and a drill. So this is also that we can help you process information that you record, whether you do it by typing a Word document or a PDF or something that you really like. You got this document, it's a PDF, it's amazing, and you want to upload it and process that. And you're going to take the outputs and build a summary, a checklist, a policy, a quiz, a drill. I think you get the idea. So I'm going to walk you through that process. I'm going to share my screen right now. So for those of you that are in DDS Dashboard, you have to be in the beta version, and soon it's just going to be DDS Dashboard. We're almost through beta testing, but you have to be logged into beta.ddsdashboard.com. Okay, if you go down along the left-hand menu items, you're going to see stats, your OIC, Organization Information Center, your org board, checklist, flowcharts, employees, posts, library, and then look right here, Dental AI. I'm going to click on Dental AI. Now you will need to log into Dental AI. And for those of you on AIPRO.gold, you're going to need to log into AIPRO.gold. So you're going to click on the lower left-hand icon that looks like a person, and you're going to type in your, whatever that is, your email and password, and you're going to get into Dental AI or AIPRO Gold. Now, a little orientation to this. Here on the upper left-hand side, you just have chat. So I could write anything I want. I would like to put a dress code together for my team. I would like to cover that as a dental practice, the clinical staff will be in scrubs paid for and approved by the practice management. I would like to highlight that we are going to give a professional appearance and all the usual stuff as part of a dress code for a dental practice. Please provide a detailed policy that I can go through and edit. Now it's going to process that. There's a dress code policy. Of course, I can take this and modify it. This is proposed. I can also query this. So it says footwear, closed-toe shoes are mandatory for safety reasons. Great. I'm going to go down here. Tattoos and piercings. Visible tattoos should be covered where possible. Facial piercings should be minimal and professional. Good. I would like to modify this so that we do not allow visible facial tattoos. I mean, I'm just inventing stuff. Please don't judge. I would also like to modify the non-compliance portion to be specific in a warning, then a write-up, and then further discipline, including termination. Also, can you make more examples for each of these so that people can better understand what the guidelines are? So I've just typed that in, and now it's going to reprocess what it originally gave me, and it's giving examples. As can be seen here, Clinical staff are required to wear scrubs. And then it says example, scrubs should be in designed, designated color, etc. So I'm possibly going to take this straight out of here, but more likely I, as an office manager or practice owner, I'm going to go down to the lower right-hand side where it says copy, and I'm going to copy this. Once I click it, it's going to tell me that's been copied. I can move over into a Word document. I can paste it, and now I can finalize my policy. So that's just the normal chat, okay? And we could do a ton of things here. I could ask for 5 social media post ideas highlighting a certain service or a time of the year, etc. So that's what chat is. Then we have the business information and the past conversations. Over here on the left-hand side, again, chat at the top, library, business, and conversations. Now, conversations is anything that you've done in the past, and that's going to be up here. And you can go back to that and resume that conversation. It's like your history tool. The business is a general orientation of the business. I've got a sample here of one of our clients, and you can upload your logo, put in your business name, put in your business website, and answer context questions about the business so that AI learns about you and what you offer and what you don't and what you are known for. What it'll also do when you enter in your business website, it will then analyze your website, again, reading your website about you, and then give you some things that, hey, this is, what we see, great. Then it will also connect to your Google reviews. And from your Google reviews, it's going to give you a bunch of data about what people love about your business, any points you need to improve. And what this is really doing is like a survey. It's amazing. It actually is like a survey. It's taking a survey from your Google reviews to find out what everybody loves about you. And you can use this data in your marketing. You know what I mean on that one. Then there's a social media tool where you can create social media posts. It'll even generate an image and all that. But I am here very specifically to go back to the tab here on the left-hand side of library. And when we go to library, this is anything you've uploaded, whether it is a document, like a Word document or a PDF, an audio recording, say you made a voice memo in your phone, or you recorded something on a typical device like a recorder, etc. Or if you recorded yourself in video, and video could be straight off of your phone. You have to, of course, upload it to your computer. And a video could be something that you recorded like I'm doing right now. I am actually recording this using Zoom. I don't have any attendees right now. I'm using Zoom, and I pressed record, and it's recording this. So it's recording the screen and it's recording the camera, and you're seeing what it looks like. So what I'm going to do is I'm also able to, at this point in time, when I go up here to the top left, I'm in library, I go to the top left, I can upload media. It's going to ask me, do you want to upload it from a computer? And of course, if I've got a file, audio, document, video, I would have that on my computer. I could select it from my computer, and it's going to say, hey, would you like to select the files, or do you want to drag and drop? Now I'm going to click out of that. The other option is I can upload from a YouTube video. So I'm going to click that one. Now I have a YouTube video from Dr. Mark Dill, and that was from Bloomberg Digital. I'm just using this as an example. I can't necessarily click these 3 dots here and press share. What I need to do is I need to click into the video. I'm going to press pause. I'm going to go to the address, the URL, the universal resource link at the top. It's the address in your address bar. I'm going to copy that. I can right click it and copy, or I can just press Command C or Control C, whatever your computer is. I'm going to copy that link, that address. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to paste it. I'm going to press Find Video. Hey, it found the video. Now I'm going to add it to the library. So it's confirming, is this the video you're talking about? It is. Great. Add to library. Now it's going to ask me one more thing, confirm and upload. Do you want to take this and process this? Yes, I do. Now it says upload is in process. Depending on the length of the recording, depending on the length of this video, depending on the length of the YouTube video that you're linking to, it's going to take a bit to process. What AI is doing right now is it is taking a look at whatever document you've uploaded or recording you've uploaded or YouTube link you've pointed to, and it's going through it, and it's actually separating the video and the audio. Then it's taking the audio and it's processing the audio. It's going to transcribe it, and then it's going to summarize it. Then it's going to create a policy, a checklist, a drill. And I'm going to show you what that looks like here in a second. But what's exciting about this is you can take your phone, you could record an audio message. And when you do so, what I want you to focus on is just watch what I'm doing on this video. I'm describing what the screen looks like as I go through this, because of course, AI is not reading the video. AI is listening and transcribing. So I want you, when you're recording, a couple tips here. I want you to think sequentially, like what's the first step? You can even say, so the first step is this, the next step or the second step is this, the next step is this. And say you go, oh my gosh, I just forgot. There's another step in between step 2 and 3. Good. So I want you to say, well, I'm going to add this in between step 2, which is blah, 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 and step 3, which is blah, blah, blah. Sometimes this can happen. So we're going to call this 3A or put that step in between. You're going to talk that out. So if you're training another staff member, you're doing it yourself and recording yourself, I want you to actually focus on being super descriptive as if the person is visually impaired. My mouse is now up at the left-hand side of the screen. Down along the left screen here, about the third item down, you will see this button here. Don't say, do you see this button? Say, see this button? It's called library. You want to click on the library button. What we're doing is we're being over explanative, over detailed, so that there can be no misinterpretation by AI. But I also want you to think that that's good for new staff who might not be familiar with the software or this computer or the function that you're doing. So what you're doing is you're taking away any sort of guesswork. So I hope that helps. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the AI platform here. So now it says the upload has been successful. Now, all that means is that it's got the data there. Doesn't mean that it's processed. I can sometimes hit the refresh button, but what I like to do is I like to click over to either the chat tab or the business tab and then go back to the library, okay? So if you look at the name of this video, it's $1,800,000 in 1 month. Okay, so I'm going to organize this by file name, and of course it's number 1. Now it says it's ready already. Wow, that was pretty fast. So I'm going to click on this. From the right-hand side comes a new menu. And I want you to look. The different menu items that have come up from the right-hand side are now transcript, summary, checklist, quiz, company policy, and procedure drill. I'm going to click transcript. This is the transcript of the entire briefing. And if you can see, there's a couple speakers there. There's speaker A, and then I could go back to the video and see who is speaker A. I could go back to the very beginning.
That touch on any points that...
So speaker A is Amy Olson. So I'm going to go up to the top here, and here she is. I'm going to edit that. I'm going to rename that Amy Olson. Renamed. Good. Now I'm going to go down to speaker B, which we know who that is, Dr. Mark Dill. Okay, so now it has a little program inside that's actually listening to the different voices. Now, if your voice is very similar to the person that you're with, that's happened to me a couple of times where somebody actually has a voice very much like mine, and it's, a bit more, AI can't determine between the two different voices, but it'll still capture all the content. What this program is doing is it's listening for different intonations, pitches, etc., and delineating. We have different people here, and you can see it's transcribed the whole thing successfully. So that's the transcript. It's got great value. I could copy that transcript and I could do all sorts of stuff with AI on that. We're not going to do that right now. I'm going to close the transcript window. I'm going to open the next window, which is a summary. Now, what it's just done is it's summarized everything. This video is a 21, almost 22-minute video. You can see down here, left-hand side, 21 minutes and 51 seconds. So it has taken a 2-minute video, a 22-minute video, and it has roughed it down into broad strokes. Now, that might be too simplified. I could say, wow, building a strong foundation infrastructure on training. And I can thicken the entire document up, make the output longer and more detailed, or I can thin the whole document and make it shorter and more concise. So you can do that for the entirety of any one of these outputs. The next output I'm going to go to is checklist. Now, what it's just done is it's made a checklist based off of everything the doctor just went through. Dr. Dill talks about, foundation and infrastructure, train your office manager at a reputable institution such as MGE, allocate funds for travel and training. So here's an actual checklist that could be given to any dentist and doctor. That's amazing, and it's available now. Again, I could take any one of these sections, I could make it longer and more detailed. I could make it shorter or more concise, and I could also make the entire output longer and more detailed. Say I want to make this longer and more detailed, I can hit the plus button. Now it's processing that, and it'll tell me, hey, that's done. You're going to see it here in a second. This is now longer and more detailed. Now, of course, you can get into what's called TLDR, right? Too long, didn't read. So watch that on this one. I'm going to now expand the checklist. Yeah, it's not that much longer, but it really did, thicken things up. And I think that's a great point. Now, let's take the next one. That's a quiz. This is a quiz. So say you had somebody, you're doing how you do an office procedure, an administrative procedure, or even a clinical procedure. You've just walked through it. You've now given them the video. You've given them the summary. You've given them a checklist. Now you can actually produce a quiz to consult their understanding. Now, you might not want all of these points, but you could take it, copy it, edit it, and it also gives you an answer key for the quiz. Next point, company policy. So I'm going to close down, I'm going to minimize the quiz. I'm going to click on company policy. And this, to me, is where this is amazingly valuable. From this, we can create a company policy on everything that was just covered by Dr. Dill, all the different points that we're covering, and say, oh, this is great. I want it really quite a bit more detailed here on the responsibilities. I'm going to click the plus in that section called responsibilities, and I'm going to make that a bit more detailed so that it actually has a bunch more content that somebody can go, oh, I get it now. Now you can see the more complete version here. It's now a full paragraph for each of those steps rather than a sentence. And I could keep expanding on the detail by pressing plus, 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 or I could just expand the entirety of it by clicking on the plus at the top here, right next to company policy. One of the last outputs, and we are going to continue to add output types, summary, checklist, quiz, transcript, company policy, procedure drill. But the procedure drill is to take away somebody's disassociation with what they've been studying or learning. Now you're going to actually get them to, oh, okay, good. Let me make sure that I understand how to apply this. And that's what any drill does. Here you can see drill questions. Your office manager is about to go on a 2-week vacation, and you need to ensure the practice continues to operate smoothly. What do? Ensure that the infrastructure is robust enough for continuity in his absence, leveraging trained staff to cover key roles. So this would be asked of a person who has just read through all the content, maybe even watched the video. And now you're going to make sure that that person really does understand things. Now, I could expand the section here and make it longer. I could expand the drill and give more numbers. So it's currently 5. It'll take it to like 10 and 15 and 20. This drill is a sample of, and you might want to expand it and then remove some of the ones that you don't like and maybe even add in a couple that you do like. But it gives you a head start on how to get a person who's just sat and listen, watch, read, and get them to actually go, oh, now I got to apply this. Application is the key. Now, what do? Say we really, really like all this and we want to start working more. Well, we can obviously individually download each one of these as a Word document, or I could zip the whole thing, download it, and it's going to export it into a series of files with the transcript and, all the goodies. I'm going to see if I can show you that. So it's going to download it to your computer. You obviously have to then go to your computer, and there it is. There are all the file types, and it's got the transcript, the summary, the questionnaire, the policy, the drill. Now you can start editing these. What it also does, which is kind of nice, is it puts your logo on it, gives it a policy number, gives it a date. I mean, it gives you a head start. I don't want you to think that that's all you got to do, but that is how you upload and process documents, audio recordings, video recordings, and even YouTube videos. And it could be anybody's YouTube video. Say there's one that you really like, and boy, I want to capture all that data and turn that into an office policy. Well, there you go. So that's the quick overview tutorial. I hope that helps, and we'll keep you briefed with more tutorials like this in the future.